There may be instances when using a Metamask wallet where you have a transaction that has failed to go through. This article from Metamask support shows you how to speed up or cancel a pending transaction. When you submit a transaction on Ethereum or a compatible network, part of the gas you pay is a bid to the network to process your transaction sooner. This element is known as a priority fee. Although Metamask will assist you by calculating the total gas fee that is likely to have your transaction picked up, you can end up waiting a long time if you submit with a low gas price. For advice on what gas price will result in a transaction being finalized in a reasonable amount of time, please refer to this article here, Ethereum's gas tracker, or similar for whichever network you're using. Additionally, there are sometimes circumstances where something goes wrong and the transaction is stuck or pending for a very long time. No matter how you got to this point, there are a few ways to address it. Before you take any further action, the first step should be to exit and close your browser completely. Reopen it and unlock Metamask. On mobile, just close the app and reopen it. If that doesn't solve the problem, continue with the following. So you can speed up a transaction. So you're used to this interface here, and you have this button here for the speed up. Try one of the options below. Wait until the network is willing to process transactions at this price. If you haven't done so already, click that button that says speed up. This will let you resubmit the same transaction but with a higher gas fee that should allow the transaction to be processed faster. Since this process reuses the same nonce as the original, you do not need to pay for the gas twice. Bear in mind that speeding up the transaction will increase the amount you're spending for the transaction. Cancelling a transaction. Method 1. In-app cancellation. If you haven't done this already, to cancel the transaction, simply select cancel as in the screenshot above. So we can see that there. Instead of speed up, you hit the cancel there. Please note, a cancellation can only be attempted if the transaction is still pending on the network. Transactions that have already been confirmed cannot be reversed. Cancelling a transaction. Method 2. Custom nonce. This process involves sending a new transaction with the same nonce and identifying number for every transaction, derived from the phrase number only used once. That's what nonce means. The transaction does not actually have to have any value, e.g. you could send 0 ETH. What matters is that you pay enough gas for the network to prioritize it. When using this method, you will need to work backwards from the oldest pending transaction in the queue that you want to cancel. For example, you cannot attempt to cancel a transaction with a nonce of 10 before cancelling nonce 9. The screenshots below were taken at different times, so the gas fees shown in them may vary even from step to step. Don't let this put you off. When you do this yourself, Metamask will automatically update in real time to show market rates. So here are the screenshots. In advanced settings, turn on customize transaction nonce. That's that part there. You'll need this turned on to enable you to send a replacement transaction using the same nonce. Send a new transaction. In the new transaction, send to yourself, meaning your Metamask public address. Okay. Fill in custom nonce with the same nonce as the transaction that is still pending. So that's 10 there. Next, to the displayed gas fee on the transaction confirmation screen, you'll see a button that reads Market. It can also read Low or Aggressive. Low, Market, Aggressive, Advanced, depending on your last used setting. Click it and then click Advanced at the bottom. To make sure your cancellation request is picked up as priority and before the original, you will need to pay more gas. On this screen, follow the instructions. Set your gas limit comparable to or slightly higher than your original transaction. Set your priority fee to at least 10% higher in GUI than the gas fee of the original pending transaction. E.g., if that transaction had a gas fee of 30 GUI, set the max priority fee in the replacement cancellation transaction to 33 to 35 GUI. Make sure your max fee is at least 30% higher than the max fee of the transaction you're replacing. For example, if your previous fee was 150 GUI, choosing something nearer 200 GUI this time. Check a gas tracker such as Etherscans or ETH Gas Station for guidance on recommended max fees. So that's the article there for how to cancel or speed up a pending transaction.